Okay, today I just want to do quick maintenance on my Shimano Biomaster. This is 5000 SW5000XG. You can see the ratio is 6.2 to 1. I think it has 9 ball bearings. I don't even remember. 6, I'm sorry, 6 and 1 roller. It's a made in Malaysia. It's an X ship. And line capacity is PE2, about 350 meters, which is I think 370 yards. And PE4, which is approximately 40 power pro test, is 200 meters, which is probably 220 yards. I've been using this reel for a while. I just want to do little maintenance. It's still working fine, but I had some sand before I dunked this reel once. Actually, it was a brand new reel, and I took it the first time, and this only happened to me twice in my life. So it was the first day I got this reel. It was brought from Japan, and I took it fishing. I was using, I think, clams, whatever, and for some reason my sand spike wasn't deep enough, and you know, it's a rookie mistake, and it happened, and it was the first day. I was pissed off because I had to open the reel and clean everything, and as I said before, or maybe I didn't, I don't like opening brand new reels because they're just perfect, the factory sealed and everything. So, but anyway, I was able to clean it and wash everything sand, and I've been using for I think 3 years now. It's not my everyday reel, but I like that reel. I use for striper fishing, fluke fishing, bluefish, and it's as I said, SW5000. So it's a decent size reel. It's still pretty smooth. It's smooth for a 3-year-old reel, which I use a lot. As I said, I fish daily from May to late November, but most of the time, summertime, on summer I use my other reels like Xsense, lighter reels, 4000. But anyway, I want to do quick maintenance. I want to show you how to open this reel and what you have to do to get inside. So I remove the spool, put it aside, and I'm just going to remove the clicker. So basically you have to remove 3, just pull them out, 3 plastic washers, put them aside, and then you can get to this very tiny screw. I'm not sure if you can see it, but and that's a Torx. You have to use Torx wrench, screwdriver, whatever. It's a T2 size, so sometimes people don't know what to use it. They use just regular screwdriver. It's not going to work, so you're going to mess up this little screw here. So you're going to use T2 Torx to remove that screw here. Let me just, this little hole, just go in there, and it's very easy to remove it. So you remove that screw. It's a little tiny. You can, I'm gonna leave it on my wrench, on my driver like this, and then you just pull the clicker. You don't have to remove anything, just pull the clicker with everything, unless there's a sand or you have loose spring, the clicker doesn't work, then you can fix it, but if not, you don't have to. And the little washer here, and basically you got the spool exposed now. So what I like to use, there's a little screw here, brass screw. Some people like to use pliers. I use 10mm wrench. It's 10mm. And remember, is you have to turn it clockwise, not counter but clockwise, and that's it. And you just remove that. No damage done. There's a little nut, and you remove this part with your bail. And now I'm going to use precision Phillips screwdriver to remove. You have to remove anti-reverse. There's only 3 screws. Don't take it apart. Just remove those 3 screws. It's quite easy. Three screws. You just pull it. Don't mess with the rollers. Don't put any oil in there. Just put it aside. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just remove that little rubber thing or seal, whatever you call it. I don't even know how to call this, but underneath we have screws, so we have to remove this. In other reels you don't have to, but in this particular one you have to remove this little ring. Put aside. There are 2 screws, Phillips screws. What I like to use, I like to remove the part of the anti-reverse, and you can leave the ball bearing for now. You know what, basically first you should remove the handle. So this is the first thing I should remove. And now we can remove those 2 screws. They're basically the same size, so 1 and 2, pretty much the same, right? Yeah, they are. A little bit, one is a little bit longer, so you have to remember which one it is. Okay, and now we're gonna remove that little, we can remove this cap, and we're gonna remove the little plate, back plate here. So there's a little screw in here, and I do believe, yeah, there's another screw in here. I don't think we have to, but we're gonna do that anyway because I want to wash everything. So there's a little screw, and this will just pop like this. No, there's another screw right here. So now we have only two screws left. This one and that one. So let's just go. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. I want to wash it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wash with the hot water. I'm going to take it apart, everything but ball bearings. I'm going to remove ball bearings, but I'm not going to wash them. They're pretty much sealed. So to remember, the blue one is from here. I'm going to put those screws in here. I know which one it is, but you can, my recommendation is you can take pictures or you can take video when you're taking apart, so then you know if there's something doesn't fit, you know what you're doing wrong. So you can take a picture. I know which screw goes where, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna do that. And now we're gonna just take apart, remove that. It should. There's no more screws. There you go. So what I want to do, you can see, Let's see the gear and everything. And there's a little, that's important thing, this little washer, brush washer, which goes under your ball bearing. Make sure you don't lose it. And sometimes if you have new reels, you have to, if you have a problem with your reel, it's working like a sewing machine or something, sometimes when you add 1 or 2 washers, it will fix the problem. So I just want you to know that. So what else we can do? We can remove, to remove the ball bearings, I like to use, I used to apply the grease, little brushes, like paint brushes, you know, artistic, and you can have a, and you can remove the ball bearing with this, like this. You just push it. And also you can test your ball bearings with this. What I recommend, when you can go to Shimano's website and you can buy original ball bearings. You just have to know, you have to use your diagram and go to a model. I mean, this reel is for Japanese market, so it's difficult to get parts or get those reels fixed in America unless you have to send it, you know, to some people, or I don't think Shimano will service made in Japan reel in the United States, but that's what I'm showing you how to do it, so you don't have to send it to them. You can do it for free. But anyway, if you have a problem with the reels, with the ball bearings, you can always find the size. And I think Sustain 5000 has similar, same bearings. So that's basically what I do with my Xsens. I buy ball bearings from Shimano for American version of Sustain, and they perfect. Now I'm gonna remove that ball bearing here. And they're nice and quiet. That's what I like. I like quiet ball bearing. And there's another bearing in here. Let's just remove this one. There is a little one with the pinion gear, right? And there's a little brass washer, and then we have the little ball bearing here. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all apart. As I said, I'm going to see the ball bearings again. You could remove all this if you want to. There's only 2 screws, and you remove those pins, and this will just, what I'm going to do, probably I'm going to remove this one. There's a little screw in here. When you remove it, you'll be able to remove this part, remove those 2 pins. If you remove the back, you can remove those back pins and slide those gears, and without any problem. But I don't want to do that. I don't have to do that actually, because pinion and the gear looks good. I'm just gonna dunk it in the water, hot water with detergent, and dry it, and then reapply the grease. So let me just stop for now. I'm gonna put this stuff and wash it in the clean water, hot water, and we will take it from there. Okay, after I finish, I show you how to apply the grease and a little oil, and how to put back this reel together. Okay, I think all parts look good. You have to make sure that all those gears look fine, especially the brass ones. If there's no damages, you don't have to buy new ones. But if there's any damage, I would recommend, same with if the ball bearings are loud, or you can hear something like a sand inside, I would just replace them. I wouldn't mess with it. They're not expensive. You can probably get bearing for $5–6, and you don't have to replace all of them.